I'm Ava. Welcome to Korean Ladder, where one small pattern makes real Korean easier.
안녕하세요, 하나예요. 오늘도 차근차근 같이 올라가요.
안녕하세요. 준호입니다. 오늘은 문장을 자연스럽게 이어보겠습니다.
Here's my problem. In English, I say, I ate and slept, or it's cheap and delicious. Is Korean just 그리고 every time?
좋은 질문이에요. 그리고도 가능하지만 한 문장 안에서는 어미고가 아주 자주 쓰여요. In English, it connects actions or qualities inside one sentence.
오늘의 패턴은 어미고예요. It is the basic connector you need for listing this and that, do this, and then do that.
So instead of making two sentences, I can glue them together with you.
맞아요. 오늘의 핵심은 어미고예요. The first verb or adjective drops 다, then takes 고.
먼저 동작을 이어볼게요. 밥을 먹고 자요. I eat and then sleep.
커피를 마시고 공부해요. I drink coffee and then study. The order is natural. First coffee, then studying.
이번에는 성질이나 상태를 나열해요. 이 식당은 싸고 맛있어요. This restaurant is cheap and delicious.
싸다 becomes 싸고. 맛있다 becomes 맛있어요. At the end. For qualities, 고 works like and.
싸고 맛있어요. That sounds so useful for restaurants.
형태는 간단합니다. 가다 becomes 가고, 보다 becomes 보고, 하다 becomes 하고.
고는 어간에 바로 붙이면 돼서 쉬워요. It does not need the vowel contractions you see with a or endings.
So, 하다 is not 해서 here. It is 하고.
맞습니다. And the tense usually appears on the final predicate in a simple connected sentence.
현재로 말하면 밥을 먹고 자요. I eat and then sleep.
과거로 말하면 밥을 먹고 잤어요. I ate and then slept. 먹고 stays the same. And 자러요 shows past tense.
Oh, I don't say. 먹었고 잤어요. For basic, ate and slept.
좋아요. 먹었고 잤어요. Can exist in some context, but for a simple sequence, 밥을 먹고 잤어요 is the basic natural form.
Future is similar in a basic sequence. 밥을 먹고 잘 거예요. Means I will eat and then sleep. 먹고 stays unmarked and 잘 거예요 carries the future.
So the first part is kind of tense neutral, and the end tells the listener the time.
이제 중요한 차이를 볼게요. 고는 그냥 이어주거나 나열해요. 어서는 이유나 아주 밀접한 연결을 나타낼 때가 많아요.
예를 들어 피곤하고 배고파요. I am tired and hungry. These are two states listed together.
하지만 배고파서 밥을 먹어요 means I eat because I'm hungry. 배고파서 gives the reason.
So, 피곤하고 배고파요 is just listing. 배고파서 밥을 먹어 is cause.
맞아요. If you only mean and, go is often the clean choice.
Now listen to a short dialogue. The Korean turns are the real lines. So just catch each 고. 오늘 뭐 해요?
카페에 가고 친구를 만나요.
좋아요. 커피도 마셔요?
네, 커피를 마시고 책을 읽어요.
I heard. 카페에 가고 친구를 만나요. And 커피를 마시고 책을 읽어요. Both are chains.
좋습니다. Notice we chose clean action pairs. For go home and rest, Korean often prefers 집에 가서 쉬어요. Because going home sets up the resting place.
For a looser 고 chain, say 집에 가고 밥을 먹어요. I go home and eat. It simply lists the next action.
Let me try. 집에 가고 밥을 먹어요.
좋아요. 가고 is smooth. Keep the final go light, not separated like a new word.
다음은 자연스러운 아침 문장이에요. 일어나서 샤워해요 is more natural for I wake up and shower because the actions are tightly connected in a routine.
일어나서 샤워해요.
If we want go, practice with a looser morning list, use 일어나고 아침을 먹어요. I wake up and eat breakfast.
일어나고 아침을 먹어요.
과거도 이렇게 말할 수 있어요. 일어나고 아침을 먹었어요. I woke up and ate breakfast. 먹었어요 carries the past tense.
일어나고 아침을 먹었어요.
Nice. And for this particular meaning, I woke up and showered. 일어나서 샤워했어요. Is actually more natural because the actions are tightly connected.
Common mistake time. I almost say,
이곳은 싸서 맛있어요.
but that sounds like it's delicious because it's cheap, which is probably not what I mean.
맞아요. If you mean two good qualities, say 이곳은 싸고 맛있어요. It is cheap and delicious.
다시. 싸서 맛있어요. Is not impulse, 카집ness, but it gives cheapness as the reason for deliciousness. 또는 강조인데 that is an unusual meaning.
So, if I'm reviewing a restaurant, I want
싸고 맛있어요.
퀴즈예요. Choose the best sentence for this meaning. Yesterday, I met a friend, and later I watched a movie. The actions are just listed, with no idea that the friend and movie are connected.
I'm choosing A. B puts past tense on the first part, which I probably don't need for a simple sequence. C could be natural if meeting the friend is directly connected to watching the movie together, but this prompt says just list two actions.
정답은 A예요. If we mean simply listing two actions. 어제 친구를 만나고 영화를 봤어요.
C is natural when you met the friend and then watched the movie together, or when the first action closely leads to the second. Since this quiz asks for a simple list with no tight connection, choose A.
B. 어제 친구를 만났고 B. 영화를 봤어요. is grammatical, but it can sound like you are reporting separate facts. For the basic and then 만나고 봤어요 is smoother.
정리해 볼게요. 첫째, 동사나 형용사 어간에 어미 고를 붙여요. In English, attach go to the verb or adjective stem.
둘째, 동작을 이을 때 어미고는 and then처럼 들릴 수 있어요. In English, it can connect actions in order. 밥을 먹고 잤어요. I ate and then slept.
셋째, 형용사를 나열할 때도 어미 고를 써요. In English, use it to list qualities too. 싸고 맛있어요. Cheap and delicious.
넷째, 고와 어서를 구별하세요. In English, go simply links or lists. 어서 often gives a reason or a close necessary sequence.
My keeper sentence is 밥을 먹고 잤어요. I ate and then slept. First part,
먹고
final verb,
잤어요.
shows past.
오늘은 이 한 문장만 기억하세요. 밥을 먹고 잤어요. The ending go connects one idea to the next.
다음 시간에는 연결이 더 가까울 때 어떤 표현이 자연스러운지 비교해 보겠습니다. 오늘도 수고하셨습니다.
I'm Ava, and this was Korean Ladder. Listen for today and try one tiny chain of your own.